and welcome to a new video. Today I'm starting Manga Night Vlog 7 because we're now doing our 7th Manga Night, which is a live event on YouTube where we just do sprints where we read manga with me and Cecilia. Obviously you can join not read manga, but like I read manga, and then I obviously make a little vlog for all the manga I read for the night and the day though, because it's 3 p.m. but we call it night to make it cozy. So today I am starting off with surprised, honestly so surprised, I can't even grab it, One Piece volume 11 of the omnibus editions. So I am on 31, 32 and 33 and I'm so excited and so nervous. I think this is the last of this Skypiea, which makes me nervous since like wrapping up her arc is always scary in a way. But obviously I love this two pieces, I love this story, I love this character so much. I follow Luffy who has his pirate crew and wants to become the king of these pirates and find the One Piece, and ultimately goes from island to island, from place to place, and chases people's lives by being a very scary and vicious pirate. It's one of my favorite things in the world right now. It brings me so much joy and comfort. I love these characters so much. I'm so excited to read this. So this usually takes me a good long while, so I will obviously get back to you when I finish it, and then we will continue my next few mangas, which, oh, you're not spoiled this time. I put the pile of bits on the side so you can't see what I'm reading next. But I'm very excited for another manga night. I feel it's very productive because you read so much, even though in theory, it's just because manga is easy to read. Okay, see you very soon. Oh, I'm done. I actually spent 2 sprints and about 12 minutes of this sprint on it, so not 3 full sprints, and I can start my next manga. But yeah, obviously we wrapped up the Skypiea arc in this one because this is the last Skypiea volume, and we started this new little arc. I'm not sure if like, I think it's like not the main story but like an important arc, because I do think we might get a new crew member out of it, but I'm not sure. I almost cried several parts of Skypiea, especially in the last chapters. They really got me emotionally. I was just like tearing up, getting goosebumps all over. The characters were doing so great there, and it was just so beautiful. Like the fulfilling of dreams, the fulfilling of like, what to say, like giving people hope and helping people, and the way it's done, the way these people are, the way they never give up, the way they might get defeated but never ever give up. It really like speaks to me for some way. Like that's where I found One Piece to be at the strongest. And I really loved it. There was like some weird part in this though, like in the end when we got into that other arc, we had like Luffy wearing an afro, which was weird in itself. And then like they talked about how like, oh my god, this afro gives him power. That's why he's not giving up. And obviously it's meant as a joke because like we know that Luffy is just like that. It's nothing to do with what he's wearing, but it was just the way it was used. It's weird to me, and for me has not aged well, and it's weird to me. But I'm nonetheless obviously going to continue joining the story, but that doesn't mean I ignore the parts that like, I'm like, that's a bit odd. And I wish it wasn't there, but it's fine. The way the Skypiea arc wrapped up was really beautiful. The arc we're in now, I'm like, I don't even know if you can call that arc like a little like middle thingy to figure out some stuff, to have very silly fights and challenges, things that's going on right now. Not like the best part, but I do love seeing the characters interact, especially like when Sanji and Zoro has to work together. It's the best part. But yeah, obviously super enjoyable. One Piece has become one of my favorite things. I'm so excited to continue, and I'm very glad I got to read another volume today, or actually 3 more volumes. And now I'm gonna go to the next one for Manga Night. Oh my god, it's already 6 p.m. I felt like we hadn't been here that long, and I feel like the day is over. But we are reading Oano Call, which is volume 4 by Aka Akasaka and Mango Yokoyari. So this one is really weird, but we follow basically this doctor who is a doctor to a pop star who's pregnant, and it's kind of a secret, and then stuff happens, really weird stuff. You could probably say more about the synopsis itself if you wanted to, but I kind of like if you read it, you need to figure it out yourself. Right now, I think it's focused as much as like how the story started. I focus more like on the entertainment industry and like what's wrong with it and what could be better. And I do think it's an important topic, but I just kind of don't care, and I want like back to the main story and have answers there. We have many different characters right now where I feel like they all look similar and I don't know who is who. So I kind of wish we were more to the roots of the story. It's not like I'm not enjoying it. I just thought the first volume was amazing, and since then I've been like kind of just drifting and like waiting for the main story to start again. So we shall see how long this goes. We shall see how much I keep enjoying it. But yeah, let's read volume 4 and I'm gonna let you know. Okay, so I did finish Oano Call volume 4. And I don't think like it was bad by any means. I do think it's really interesting, and I'm getting a more better overview of the characters and like starting to feel for them and like enjoy obviously overall the overarching story. I just need to realize it's about entertainment industry and that we're gonna be in it for a while before even getting close to any answers, and I'm gonna be fine with it. I do think the characters are really funny. We have this romance between two characters, and I don't like it, even though she's older. I don't love it because of stuff, but I don't remember really how old he was. So yeah, but I just think it's weird because she doesn't know who it really is in a way, even though he is this other person as well. So that wears me out in a bit, and I wonder if like if it ever come out as well as like the siblings in a way. I am being vague because obviously if you haven't read it, you don't know what I'm talking about. But for people who have, maybe they will know what I'm talking about. But overall, like it was fun because we had like this debut thing, and I do think like that's gonna move the story a bit forward, and I think that is fun. I want to watch anime to see them like actually sing and dance because I do like watching idol dances and stuff. So I am curious to see how that actually look like than like seeing it on page. And a lot of people were like very skeptical about that, and I'm like, oh my god, they're actually really good. So I thought that was fun. Overall enjoyable. I do like idols and acting and stuff, and I do like drama within the industry. It's just that the story when it started felt like something else. But I guess I just need to settle and realize that we're gonna focus on it, and I will survive it and enjoy it. But yeah, that was that volume. I'm done. I am enjoying it. I'm not hating it by any means. And now I'm gonna start Love is a War, which is volume 3, which is also by Akasaka, the same author as Oano Call, which is a bit funny. And this is about two characters. One, the student council president, and the what's it called when you're not this like the president, but like almost the president, vice president. And they are in love with each other, but don't want to admit that they are in love with each other. But the person who admits it first is in the power of the other, so don't want to give up that power. So they're doing lots of stuff to making the other confess to being in love with the other, and they're being so cute and ridiculous and silly, and I love them a lot. And I'm really wondering, like as I mentioned now the other times I read it, how long you can go with this concept, if they're gonna literally have like 30 volumes of them not confessing, or if they're actually gonna confess and then like have another kind of storyline when they're actually together, or like they need to fight like someone else outside, because they're very, very clever. So I'm curious to see if that will be used outside their struggles. But obviously we're only on volume 3, so I can't actually be impatient. But I love like the different scenarios we have with them not being able to admit that they're in love with each other, but they definitely are. And I'm enjoying myself a lot. So yeah, volume 3, let's go and see how this is. Okay, I now finished volume 3 of Love is War, and I absolutely loved it. It's like so fun. They actually introduced kind of two new characters, at least one. I wouldn't know if we've seen actually the other one before, but she had a more prominent role as well. Because we kind of have 3 mains. Obviously, the two that love each other and an assistant. And we got another kind of main today that was like there after all like those scenes. And I really enjoy like having a new like voice with the others. They're all so ridiculous. There was like this run story where they had like they want to share an umbrella, so they both pretended they forgot their umbrella, and then they both had the same plan. So since they both said they forgot their umbrella, they didn't know what to do, and it's like so stupid. I love them so much. It's just hilarious, honestly. The different stories of how they're trying to impress each other but don't want to admit it, and now that they have like home remorse sort of into the fray, how they like all like interact with each other is like the best thing. I love them so much. Like honestly, I was just so entertained, and it was so good. Honestly, my enjoyment has just gone upwards, and I'm like so excited to continue. I know it's a lot of volumes as well, so I'm just so excited to like how these ridiculous short stories kind of weigh out. It's a bit slice of lifey, while at the same time obviously hanging all together. I just love them so much. I ship them so much as well, and I'm so excited to see the development of these characters and this concept. Honestly, it could go on forever, and I'm all for it. And actually I just think it's so smart. I would never be able to come up with all these different things that they could fight about and not fight about, and admit and not admit. Like honestly, I would never be able to come up with it. But yeah, okay, so next manga for today is Marha Academia volume 35, which I feel like it's a lot. It used to be my most read manga, now that it's currently Berserk, but One Piece will catch up. My Academia follows obviously Deku, who is born into a world where 80% of the population has a superpower or a quirk, but he does not, and he wants to be a superhero. So he ends up with a power in a different way, I could say, and starts hero school, and it's about them fighting heroes and villains. I know we are closing kind of into the last arc, but I do think it's some years off still. To continue the story, we are obviously very, very far from where we used to be in the beginning. It's been a ride. It's really weird to be like in the midst of like a manga that is so big, obviously, like with others like One Piece, etc. I haven't been there from the beginning, but here I've been there since like volume 4 was out in English, which is now a couple of years ago. Honestly, I'm just gonna ride the ride, even though like obviously my enjoyment has gone up and down, but it's still very enjoyable. I'm excited to read it, and I will let you know very soon of how 35 fares. Okay, hello. I finished My Hero Academia 35. We're doing this fight surprise again, and I was actually very much reflective in this, where I was thinking back on like when we just have like school stuff and chill stuff, and now we have these fights, and it's just, oh, I think I don't want to deal with as happening soon, and I don't want to deal, but I actually don't know 100% sure because I know a spoiler. But yeah, very much enjoyable. It's just I just keep reflecting on like how it used to be and how it is now, and I just love seeing all these coming together and seeing some characters again that I feel like I haven't seen in ages, and just following the story to the end and appreciating the journey that I am on. That's all I got to say, really. Like, it's hard. How do I review volume 35 anyway without spoilers? But I am enjoying myself. I appreciate a lot of the parts more. Part of me want to reread from the beginning because it's been so long, but I think I might wait until it's done and then wait a bit and then see if I can deal with those emotions again. Okay, next manga is Orange Future by Ichigo Takano, which is the next volume in Orange. I do believe that I read the omnibuses, right? And then I found out that there was more, and I was like, oh, there is another one, which I didn't know because I always assumed that it was done after the 2 omnibuses, but it turns out that the author added to the series a bit later. Not that much later, but like a bit later, enough to that I didn't know about it, and obviously I read everything. So this is volume 6, because the first omnibus had 3 volumes and the second one had 2 volumes, I believe. So this is like volume 6, and this is, I think, set in the future, because if you don't know, Orange is about Naho, who sends herself a letter 10 years from the future, where she writes about all the regrets that she had and wants the then 16-year-old Naho to change and to befriend this person that you find out more about in the future, I guess. So it's an interesting story. It's very heartbreaking, but a lot about just friendship and also loves. And obviously I want to read like the whole thing, even though obviously I read the others as omnibuses for actually a Patreon readathon. I think it was November, maybe. I finally read it after like having it for like 100 years. Like, it literally says that volume 5 was released 2015 and this was released 2017, so it wasn't even that much after. And then there's also apparently like volume 7, which I actually do have now as well. But yeah, I don't know like what this will entail. I think it's more like to wrap up the future story, because we kind of wrap up the present story or the past story. I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna read it now and find out. So see you soon. Okay, hello. I am sitting here reading Orange, and I've been almost crying the whole time. It was very, very emotional. I love these characters very, very deeply. I feel like it's weird for me to care about everyone in a friend group. And here we kind of follow Suva's point of view in like the past that actually happened before they got the letters. And I thought that was really interesting to see. And it was very, very sweet and endearing. It really, really softened my heart. And we also got to see some of like the future that was created from the letters. So I just love to see like the different parts. Sorry, my glasses were squishing my face, I felt like. And I just really enjoyed myself. It was very, very sweet. It was very good. I'm really glad that the author actually went back to the story. I definitely feel like there was more to say and more hope than even what we got, even though we did get a lot of hope and love. It was very, very fun. So fun, sad, heartbreaking, but heartwarming at the same time. They both live simultaneously. So we are in our last sprint, and I don't think I will finish this on sprint, but I want to start it now so that I can finish it off sprints afterwards, which is Flowers of Evil 1 by Sushi Oshimi. This is 1 to 3 in Flowers of Evil, so 3 volumes, and it follows this boy that steals this girl's gym clothes. I actually read volume 1 before, a long time ago, but then I never continued because I didn't have a good manga system in at that time. So now I finally I'm continuing with omnibus editions. I think it's only like 4 omnibuses, so I am excited to see how like this story will go, even though I know it's like just creepy, like the whole vibes is creepy. It's kind of like, you know, horror. That's what Shuso Ishimi writes. So yeah, I'll let you know what I think after this big omnibus thing. Yay! Okay, so I thought that this would take me ages because it's like 3 volumes in one. Oh, sorry, I took the wrong one. And I thought it would take me ages. And I finished it in like 30 minutes or something because it was just so little like panels on each page. I don't know how to show you without like showing you, but it doesn't really matter. It wasn't like 6 panels or something because sometimes there's more panels, you know. It was just very few, and it took me so short time to read it. It is, as I said, about like a boy who sees this girl's extremely close, which is obviously nasty, and then this girl finds out and blackmails him anyway. And it's just everyone is kind of nasty, and then you feel bad for the girl, but then after a while you're just like, everyone here is disturbed, and you're all sitting there like, anyone here, no one is okay. Everyone is disturbed. And it was just, I was laughing because I was like, what is going on right now? Why are they acting like this? But it was just very interesting. I wouldn't say fun, but like creepy, eerie, not really like, not like pretty or cute by any means. It's just nasty all the way. And it's just very much about like the bottom line of many people in different situations. And I'm not saying that it's a great one, but it's definitely like fascinating to read. I do find that when manga does like perverted things or nasty things, it's like some of the best out there because it just like it goes over lines that I feel like not a lot of things does. And that's necessarily not always that is good, but I feel like it's also fine to read nasty stuff. But this was weird. It was weird. It was perverted. And I read the 3 first volumes. There's only 3 more collections like this, so like it's not really that many. And I'm excited to finish the series and see what I think about the rest. They are big though, so they take a lot of space. I really like to see like the big panels though, because I remember like the tiny one I had was like a really small manga. So this one, like, you got to see like them all fleshed out in a different way, and I enjoyed that. I managed to read that, and now I read like 10 volumes because there was 3 of One Piece and then 1, 2, 3, 4 single ones and 3 in this, and that's 10. And there's only 2 minutes left of the sprint, but it is quite a lot left of this night because we are finishing off a bit earlier, and I don't really have anything else to do than read one more manga, just because I found out that the next one I need to read is a standalone, which is Look Back by Tatsuki Fujimoto, who is the same author as Chainsaw Man and Goodbye Eri, which I love both of them. So I got this recommended that Look Back is a really good standalone by the author as well. So I really wanted to read it. I got it in December. Doesn't mean I'm kind of catching up my list. Not really. So I thought that I would read it. It's a very short little standalone thing for like after the sprint is over, and I will get back to you for the last one for this manga night, which meant I read 11 volumes for manga. That is great work, I think. I am so ridiculously tired. Because like it's not right after when I finish this, everything is spinning because I'm gonna go to bed and sleep. But I wanted to wrap up this very quickly first. So I did read Look Back. It was very short. It's like a one shot slash a like 1 volume manga, and it was this young like girl doing a manga like page in the school newspaper, and then there's this other girl that like also does it. So they do it together, and then they start collabing and form this unlikely friendship and like grow as artists together. And then we like kind of see where they end up, and then this thing happens that makes this character look back on like other things that could have happened, because as an artist you can always look back and like change things, but in real life you can't. So that's why it's called Look Back. I think I was a bit confused of like the storyline at the point. I wasn't sure like did this actually happen, or is this just the main character looking back and wishing that this happened in a way. But it was actually quite sad and heartbreaking. But in my head, I preferred Goodbye Area because it hit parts in me where like you don't really know what's going on more than like this one. But it was still like really solid and sad and really well written. And I really enjoy like the art style that Fujimoto uses. It's just very good. So yeah, I ended up very much enjoying it, and honestly like would read anything that this author has written. And I am very soon reading Fire Punch for a thing in a different vlog, so I'm very excited for that. That ends me up with this little file. 11 volumes of manga altogether, if you count like the omnibuses at a single volume. I had a really good time. One Piece is always great, and I was just deciding to go through all of them, and I'm like, why you just watch it? I don't need to do that. But I had a great successful manga night, doing progress in all of the series, and I'm very happy. Honestly, if I was gonna declare a favorite of all of them, I think it was Love is War, because it was just so great, and I just love the character so much and the development so much. But Orange was also really solid, and the others were also obviously solid as well. I was trying to pick a favorite, and I'm very tired, so I'm gonna go to bed. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this. Leave a pencil emoji down below if you enjoyed this, because they were drawing a lot in Look Back, and that was the last one I read. And you should see me soon in a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day, and goodbye. I was gonna wave, but I don't have free hands.